Welcome back again to the Lead from the Heart Summit. And I'm very excited to bring along another presenter with some fabulous information to help you understand and learn how you can walk your way home to your heart. Enjoy.
Hi there. I am so excited to be here to share about my own experiences of the power of the heart and how I use heart work as a core aspect of the work that I do. My name is Laura Parkinson. I'm a therapeutic coach, an advanced EFT tapping practitioner, and a trauma expert. And the heart is, for most people, an extremely untapped resource that actually has the potential to facilitate incredible permanent healing and help folks really truly live a life of their dreams, whether that is abundant and adventurous and incredibly dynamic, or peaceful and calm and grounded and centered. So yeah, I'm really grateful to be participating in the Lead from the Heart Summit today. I think this is incredibly important work, and it's something that anyone can tap into at any point. So a little bit more about me. I spent a decade working in social work in the field of child welfare. And in that work, even though it was incredibly rewarding in many ways, and I loved a lot of aspects of that work, it was really difficult on my heart. And when I looked out into the world through this lens of social work and through the lens of child welfare, my heart was pained at what I saw. And over time, I knew that I was hurting myself in the process of doing this work in the way that I was. And this is how I eventually ended up transitioning out of that field of work and into energy medicine work, into spiritual psychology work, because with the young people that I had the privilege of working closely with and following for many years, there was the ones who really were able to overcome their beginning in life, there was a spirit within them. There was an openness within them that allowed them to see a different potential for their life, allowed them to metabolize the trauma that had happened to them in pretty wondrous ways. And so that sparked for me this, well, what else is possible then? Because if we're bringing these traditional approaches to trauma to these children, in the form of psychotherapy, talk therapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, in the form of prescription medication and diagnosis after diagnosis. And of course, there's a place for all of these things. But who are these children who seem to be able to access, an industry term for this is post-traumatic growth, right? With versus, post-traumatic stress disorder. What is it about these young people that is helping them overcome? And so through my own energy healing work, through my own healing journey from that time, what I have come to believe is the truth is there is a access to a higher power, and it flows in many directions and in many ways. But the nucleus of this power for each human is actually from the heart. So things that you might be familiar about in regards to the heart is the core of our being. It's the core energy center of our being. And it has this toroidal field of energy that is quantified through science and measurement and all that great stuff that people always want to hear about. And I do too. It's great when we receive this empirical evidence of our beliefs being shown to us, right, through science. So there's this toroidal field of energy that comes up and out and flows constantly, and it flows from the heart and it flows out 9 meters in diameter out around us. And now we very much live in a culture, in a society that values leading from your head, right? Let me just think it through. Let me think on it. Let me write a list of pros and cons. Let me talk about my traumas or talk about my struggles in life. Let me just talk about them and think about them and talk about them and think about them. And what happens when we are living primarily from our head is we have now cut ourselves off from the rest of the energy that's available to us through the whole body system, and in particular from the energy of the heart. We also live, of course, in a culture that does not value the expression of emotion, right? Doesn't value being able to be safe, being seen in the expression of your emotion, or being safe, being seen in your struggles or your traumas. And so, we tell little kids to stop crying, and we tell them to suck it up, to toughen up. People, someone might cry at work. So as a social worker, this was, pretty significant for me, was an actual part of my training to get my degree in social work, was around being able to really compartmentalize our emotions, to not have an emotional response, right? To not sort of connect on that empathic level with the people that we're working with, that just is not the time and place. And of course, there are for sure times when you can't just be, a crying basket case, of course. But there were also times where it would be really appropriate to express our emotions vulnerably in the work that we do. And there was just no place to do that. There was no invitation to do that. And, I worked with many people who had been doing this work for so long that I could tell that their hearts had hardened. And not that a heart can actually harden, but that they had to, at a certain point for their own survival, shut down their heart. And so we very much live in a culture that values people's ability to do that, to be able to suck it up, to shut down their heart, to just put their head down and keep plowing forward in life. And yet, we also live in a society that has incredibly high numbers of depression, anxiety, heart disease, cancers, breast cancer in women. These are really these are illnesses of the heart. And I do truly believe that so many of these could be alleviated through doing heart work, creating safety around expressing through the heart, feeling the energy of the heart, being intentional with the heart. So I do want to guide us through a short activity today, which I like to call the heart breath. And so the heart is also where we access what I call our soul self. This is that light that shines, right? This light that connects us to all things, to all that is. And when we feel this connection to all things and all that is, when we feel connected to the light of who we are, possibility opens up. Suddenly, what seemed bleak and overwhelming, now there's space for possibility. Now maybe things can be different. Now maybe I can access a different perspective. And so it's important, I believe, to develop a connection with this part of us that resides and expresses into this life here, into this human form here, through the center of the heart. And so a really beautiful, fast, easy, efficient way to do this is through activating a heart breath. So let's do that together. So as long as it's safe for you to do so, you can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open, or you can just gently cast your eyes down if that feels comfortable. Of course, if you're driving, please don't do this right now. Well, you can do it, but keep your eyes open, of course. And so if your eyes are closed, you can just close them down, have your hands face up on your thighs. And all I want you to do now is bring your awareness into the space of your heart. So I'm going to help you do this. So first of all, we're going to follow the breath. So I want you just to take a gentle breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. On your next inhale, I want you to take that breath in through your belly button and out through the top of the head. And we'll do that again, in through the belly button and out through the top of the head. In through the bottoms of the feet now, out through the palms of your hands. In through the bottoms of the feet and out through the palms of your hands. Beautiful. Let's take a breath into the heart as if the heart were a lung. Let's breathe that breath out through between the shoulder blades. Do that again. Into the heart as if your heart were a lung. And out through the back of your shoulder blades. Beautiful. So I want you to, if your eyes are closed, your gaze is cast down, I want you to keep breathing in and out of the heart at your own pace now. And with each breath in, I want you to imagine your heart is the lung. On the inhale, your heart is expanding. On the exhale, it's contracting. Maybe you even can see your heart. You can see that organ of your heart that is beating, that is alive and well. If it feels right to you, you can place your hands on your heart, breathing in and out of your heart. Each breath reminding you of the miracle of your life, this heart that beats in the center of your chest with no conscious effort on your part, that continues to pump blood, provide life force, keep you alive. The miracle with each breath, becoming more and more aware of the miracle of your heart. Good job. And now in the center of your heart, you notice that there's a light. Maybe it's a spark of light. Maybe it's a little flame. Maybe it looks like a star. However that presents itself to you. And all I want you to do is just focus on that light in your heart. And with each breath, similar to how oxygen fans a flame, I want that light to get a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger, and a little bit bigger with each breath. Beautiful. So with each breath, this light in your heart becoming bigger and brighter, inviting this light now to fill up the space of your chest. Relaxing your shoulders back and down even more. Relaxing the belly. Relaxing the thighs. The calves and the feet on the floor below you. Breathing into the heart, breathing into that light, getting brighter and brighter. Noticing how your body feels in this state. Is there a feeling of calm or ease? Is there a feeling of peace? Maybe you feel a little bit lighter than you did before. And just know that this is the expression of your soul self. This is the essence of who you are, being felt through this light in your chest. Beautiful. Let's take another breath in. If your eyes were closed, you can gently begin to flutter them open. Well done. So you just experienced activating your heart's breath. And now this is something that the more you do, the faster you'll be able to tap into it, the faster you'll be able to get to that feeling of peace, of calm, of lightness in your body. And I invite you to trust in the healing power of this, right? Because we are energetic beings, and accessing the truth of the energy of who we are through the heart will give you an increase in energy, of vitality, of life force. Like I said before, it will connect you in with new possibilities, new potentials that you hadn't considered yet, new perspectives. It's really a powerful practice. And I know it seems so simple, but simple is good and simple is repeatable. So I invite you to give this a try. And if you want to, I would love for you to let me know how it goes. You can find me. My business is called Self Love Rebel Coaching. So you can find me on Instagram at self.love.rebel. And if you are so inclined, you can head to my website, selfloverebel.com, and there you can download my Discover the Power of Your Heart mini course. It's free. It takes only about 35 minutes. It walks you through a introductory video about the power of the heart. Some of it will be repeat from today, which is great because the more times you hear it, the more depth of understanding you will develop. And then I walk you through a 3-part tapping session to help you connect even more deeply in with the power of your heart so you can feel its expression in your life even more. So you can find that at selfloverebel.com under the tab free gifts. That is all from me today. Thank you so much for being here, for participating, for having a genuine desire in your heart to lead from your heart in this world, because we definitely need way more people living consciously from their heart. Take care, and hopefully I will see you again. Bye for now.